it's incredibly powerful for us to have our citizens here to lead policy. And I think this is the first citizens' assembly on the climate crisis in the country. So you're part of something which is really pioneering. So it's really fantastic to have you here. So I lead Camden Council. We're deeply concerned about the climate crisis, the threat it poses to our community, but also to our planet. And there's a certain amount that we can do as a council. We're really proud that CO2 emissions have reduced in Camden by 37% since 2010. But we know that we will only solve this crisis we face if we work alongside our communities, our businesses, our voluntary sector, if we have change at a national and international level, but also if we make changes locally. And we think this is something that should be led by our citizens, which is why we wanted to bring you together here to lead this conversation. And this is the third citizen assembly we've had in Camden, and there's no doubt it's the most powerful thing that I've been part of as a councillor, because to open things up to our citizens, you get ideas and contributions and insights we would never get on our own, and to see the community come together to share their different perspectives is incredibly powerful. And I really believe in the energy and insight of our community. And I remember at the last Citizens' Assembly, so many people told me about the different friendships that they had formed. So I really wanted to come today to say two things to you. Firstly is that massive thank you, and thank you to our speakers today. So I'm going to just make sure that I don't forget any of them. So Professor Mark Maslin from UCL and Chris Dunham from Carbon Descent. And across this process, we've got some amazing speakers that have given up their time. So a huge thank you for bringing your expertise. But I also wanted to thank our independent advisory panel, which includes Richard Jackson of UCL, Duncan Price of Bureau Happold, and Joanne McRae of Climate Emergency Camden. And it's really important to us that this is an independent process, that it's something the council started, but is independently facilitated. And we have independent advisors to kind of discuss who comes in front of you to offer their expertise. And I'll be here to listen to the beginning, but as you start to deliberate, we will step away and let you get on with coming up with the ideas. And the second thing I wanted to say is how important this is going to be in shaping our policy as we move forward. So we're coming up with a new climate action plan, and we want the results of the conversations you have over the coming months to form the basis of that plan. And we'll be asking you to come and present back to our full council. And we have limited resource, but as a council, we want to put our resource behind the ideas you come up with. So we are taking this incredibly seriously. We're taking the climate crisis incredibly seriously, and we really want to back the ideas that you come up with today. And we know that some of it can happen locally, but also some of it nationally. And so our Holborn and St Pancras local MP is here to say a few words from the national perspective. And I know that he is as committed to taking forward the contributions and ideas nationally as we are locally. So a massive thank you to Keir Starmer for joining us today.